Committee on Parole's call to order today is Wednesday, March 29th, 11:14 a.m. My name is Freddie Kelsey. Along with me is Ms. Cheryl Knoxon, Mr. Alan Roche, staff and support scene at DOC headquarters in Baton Rouge. Our remote location is Lafourche Transitional Work. With staff and support at Lafourche, please introduce yourself, staff and support.
My name is Sergeant Anthony Adams.
All right, Sergeant, thank you. Ready for our first case? Please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record.
Pier Quezada 716420.
All right, Pierre, you heard the introduction. If we have a parole interview, ask you some questions. You can respond at the end. You can make a statement. We'll take a vote. You understand the process?
Yes, sir.
We have Leanna Ibear. We have Christopher Quezada, Nancy Quezada. They'll make statements at the appropriate time. We have Mr. Randy Meyer here in opposition. He'll make a statement at the appropriate time. Pier Quezada, DOC number 716420. You're a first-class offender. Parole eligibility date 1/22/2023. Good time 10/25/2024. Full term 10/22/2041. 25-year sentence. Operating vehicle while intoxicated, fourth offense. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
Please answer, Mr. Roche.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Ms. Quezada. How are you?
I'm good, sir. Thank you for asking.
Good. Mr. Quezada, you're currently 40 years old, am I correct?
I'm sorry, say that again?
You're currently 40 years of age.
Yes, sir.
And according to your master record, for a first felony offender,
Yes, sir.
and that's gotta be wrong. Because you've been convicted of DWI, a third offense, and that's a felony. And you have 5 arrests for DWI. That about right?
Yes, sir.
So you multiply that about 50 times, and you've probably been driving while intoxicated 250 times. You just got caught 5 times. That's about right?
Yes, sir.
So you have a serious problem, Ms. Quezada. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been treated for substance abuse?
No, sir. I never went to any kind of counseling or treatment until this time when I came to jail.
Are you an alcoholic or are you a drug addict? Which one?
I'm an alcoholic. I don't do drugs, but I am an alcoholic.
You've never done drugs.
No, sir.
When did you start abusing alcohol?
When I was in the military, that's where I picked it up, probably around 18, 19 years old.
Okay. And you didn't get any treatment from the military?
No, sir.
Now, Ms. Quezada, tell me what you presently do as a push transitional work program.
Right now, I work at Bent's RV. I pretty much take care of the detailing and everything for the company.
Okay, so you work at a mobile home dealership and you do the detailing before to pick up their mobile home.
Correct.
Okay. So you're 40 years old, so you've had the problem for over 20 years.
Yes, sir.
And you realize that you'll be an alcoholic the rest of your life?
Yes, sir. Now that I've gone through 12 steps and substance abuse and AA, I've got a better understanding of my disease. I actually accept that I have the disease now. While I was getting those DWIs, if you were to have asked me back then, I would have said I didn't even have a drinking problem. I didn't even consider me driving after drinking really as me breaking the law. I'm not, as you can see in my record, I don't have any other problems besides the DWIs. I didn't even really consider it breaking the law. I didn't think of it that way. That comes from, I guess, as we learned, the state of the insanity of drinking alcohol, that you just find an excuse to be able to keep drinking. But as of today, I'm able to say that, yes, I'm an alcoholic.
And you have a disease that it has to be treated.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Now, what substance abuse program did you complete while incarcerated?
I've completed the 12 steps, the limit and balance parts 1 and 2. I went to A. I've been going to A since 2017. I'm still going to A now.
So this morning I'm going to give you 2 options. Not very often I give an offender option. You have 2 options. First of all, you need a long-term substance abuse program. And I want to offer that program to you before you release. Your release date is in late 2024, which is only about 17 months from now. I want you to attend a long-term substance abuse program, but in order to do that, you must leave your transitional work program.
Okay.
The other option is I will deny you based on the disciplinary conduct write-up that you have in 2022. You had a write-up only 13 months ago. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you've also had another write-up where you lost 30 days good time in August of 2021. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
That was for fighting.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you've lost what, 90 days good time in your incarceration?
Yeah, total since I've been in jail, 90 days.
So basically, you can accept my offer for a long-term substance abuse program. And if you complete that program successfully, you'll probably be released sometime in the early of next year. If you choose to stay at the transitional work program and make some money, you'll probably be released on your good time date.
Okay.
Do
No.
you understand your 2 options?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, what would you like me to do?
Well, I understand my disease now, and that I need treatment, so I would definitely take that option.
Okay. Mr. Chairman.
All right, we'll hear from Miss Leanna Abear. You're on mute. You're still on mute.
Can you hear me now? All right.
Can, yes.
I am Leanna Aber. I am his sister. We are close. We've always been close because of circumstances. My mom and dad had to work. So, and throughout his incarceration, we've also been very close. I speak to him pretty much every week. I've been there emotionally and financially, so he does have support. I have seen a change, and I believe he went through, I guess, his alcohol. He joined the military right after high school. He went in at 17 years old. So when he said alcohol, I think I think that had a lot to do with it. When he came out, I mean, he was a sergeant in the military. He worked with F-15's computer. He came out, I think part of it was, hey, I'm a young party. He came out with depression. Okay, he came out, I think he didn't deal with his personal issues with PTSD and other issues. And unfortunately, wrong crowd. I'm not making excuses, but I think that was part of it. Talking to him pretty much every week, I think he says, I'm not saying he doesn't have or didn't have issues, but I think he's in a better place. He has family and support. He does have emotional and financial support. My parents are here, retired. He's got a place to live. I'm 5 minutes away from my parents' house. He can live with us my husband and I, and kids if needed. My husband has a little mom and pop pool company. If needed, he can work there. He's a good kid. He's not a bad kid. I have seizures I've had since 8 years old because my parents worked so hard to give us a better life. We were alone a lot. When I had my seizures, he was the one who took care of me. He's not a bad kid.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you for your comment. We'll hear from Ms. Nancy now.
Yes, I'm his mama, and every mama doesn't talk bad about her kids, but I know he's a good kid. I had a tumor. He took care of me all the time. Now he say he's waiting the time to take care of me because I'm getting old, and I need him. I need it. My husband is so old and he can take care of me. And now he's open to work. He said he's gonna build his life, and he care of the house when he was working. He had a good work, and he financially support us a lot here at the house. But it was a bad mistake he did. But I think now he realized how when Mama told him what he was doing. And he said, Mama, you were right. I think now I understood all you told me when I was out. He's not drinking every day. He was just making fun because I think he was too young at the Air Force. And when he came out after 6 years old at the Air Force, he wanted to eat the world, going party just the weekend because he always had a good work. He never let work to go out. Unfortunately, only when he was drinking, the police stopped him, but he doesn't drink every day, just the weekend. But I don't know if the life put him in that way, but now he is a different kid. He's my kid. He's 40 years old, but he's my kid. But I see him the difference now. He realized all the mistake he did, and he say he's gonna change his life and rebuild it.
College.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you for your comment.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Randy Meyer, would you like to make a statement?
Yes, sir. Randy Meyer, Assistant DA, Jefferson Parish. I agree that he needs some long-term substance abuse treatment that would benefit him. I'd like to, I'm concerned with his disciplinary reports. 2017, 2019, 21, 22, he's continued to have disciplinary reports. And when he was arrested on this offense, he was driving on a restricted license requiring him to have an interlock device, which he didn't have in the vehicle he was driving. So that's some concern too, but I definitely think a substance abuse treatment plan would be helpful for him. I also would request when he is released that he's required to wear a scram bracelet.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Pierre, would you like to make a statement on your behalf? Y'all on mute. Y'all are back on mute. All right, go ahead and make a statement on your behalf.
Yes, thank you so much for this opportunity. I've learned a lot over the last 6.5 years of my rehabilitation. I hate that I had to come to jail to learn these lessons. I hate that I had to come to jail to open my eyes to the severity of the errors of my actions. But at the end of the day, it was what was necessary for me to get to this point. I thank God every morning that the outcome of my DWIs was simply me coming to jail and doing this time, and that I didn't hurt someone or kill somebody on the road, or even myself. As I said earlier, you know, you can see only problems I have is this DWI problem. You know, I was doing everything the right way, except that I had a drinking problem. While I was driving, I didn't even consider it like I didn't even think of it like I was doing anything really wrong. And that was the problem, because I didn't accept that I had a drinking problem at that time. Now with going through all these programs and classes, I can accept and say that I have a drinking problem and need help. Just this week in our AA meeting, that's what we were talking about, was acceptance, accepting that you have a problem and that you need help. And you know, I understand now that I'm not allowed to drink because of my disease. You know, I've going forward, my plan is going to be, you know, going to AA meetings, which I'm going to the Central Avenue and Airline location in Metairie, if you're familiar with that area. I'll have a sponsor, I have an accountability partner. I'll have my family who, you know, I actually hid a lot of my issues from them back in the day. So they really, you know, were kind of in the blind to a lot of what was going on. So now they're in a much better place to be able to help me. And you know, if all else fails, I'll have these memories of these 6 years to remind me if I ever get the urge to reoffend, because I'll be honest with y'all, it's been really rough on me these last 6 years. I'm a small guy, so I get picked on and messed with a lot. I've had a lot of PREA type situations. Unfortunately, two of those write-ups were behind a PREA type situation, and me having to defend myself from physical and sexual violence. And you know, it's sometimes we're just stuck in no-win situations in here. So I'll have that to look back on. And this is not a place I definitely never plan on coming back to. And I think moving forward, now I know what I need to do, and I have the tools and the resources available to me to be able to succeed out there and keep my nose clean and stay out of trouble. And you know, I look forward to this treatment help for my drinking problem. So I just ask y'all to please give me another chance to get it right. I have to get it right for myself and for my family. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for your comment. Panel prepared to vote. Rocha?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Quezada, I think you realize that you have a disease, and I think you've got the will and the know-how in this long-term program will increase your knowledge on how to maintain your sobriety. My vote is to grant conditionally upon completion of the 9-month Steve Hall intensive substance abuse program. After release, they'll have a curfew from 9 to 6 a.m. to follow all recommendations of the Steve Hall program. You are to attend at least 3 NAA meetings a week. You are to do community service 4 hours a month. He will your parole officer, and he will help you come up with some way that you can do some community service. And I want you to wear a scram bracelet for 12 months after release. After that, The square and bracelet will be at the discretion of your parole officer. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Johnson,
All right, yeah, that's a lot. You can do all that, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
My vote is the same, for the same reasons with the same conditions.
all right, you have 2 votes to grant. Well, I also like to say also thank you for your service. Appreciate that, 6 years in the Air Force, huh?
Yes, sir.
My vote is as well. I think, you know, this is kind of your shot. You're right. You have all those memories, all the things you've gone through to kind of keep you focused, but you'll have to attend Steve Hall Intensive Substance Abuse Program after successful completion. You'll have NAA 3 times a week and community service 4 hours a month, whatever you choose, giving back to community, speaking at-risk youth. You'll wear a scram bracelet for 12 months, and you'll have a curfew in it from 9 p to 6 a unless you're working or something. You give it to your parole officer and get that worked out. Okay.
Yes, sir.
3 votes to grant. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.